Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a minute since I made a video because I did the whole house party thing, and then when I got back home after bringing all the gear back, it's like playing a show, you know, you got to bring all the gear back, set everything back up again, got everything set up again, and then the weather got weird. 4th of July happened, and I don't usually emerge during that weekend just because people get crazy. I don't know what goes on with humans on this 4th of July stuff, but I don't like being around it. But I ended up having a great time riding bikes with my friend Mike D. We went on some amazing trails around here. It's incredible. And he's amazing, so that was fun. Unexpected fun. Alright, so today what I want to do is lay down an acoustic guitar for... Got to get rid of all my marks. Okay, so let's see. The first one is here. I'm going to clear that one. Next one. Clear that one. Next one. There's no more. Okay. Make sure. Yeah. All that marks thing was cool. I can't remember the guy's name. Paul Knowles told me about the marks, and I'd never really used them, and always been frustrated by the only return to zero option, and just didn't notice them there. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, those marks are really cool because you can, you know, mark spots in the song and go to it, and it's awesome. Alright, so laying down this acoustic guitar, I decided to use the ribbon mic. I've got it connected to the Rain, which is a microphone preamp. So I go to the Rain, out from the Rain into the Zoom. The Rain is at like 11 o'clock, getting close to 12 o'clock. Not a lot of gain, no phantom power because that'll cook a ribbon. They can survive it sometimes, but I'm not going to recommend it. I've done it before by accident and it was fine. But I think if you hot plug and you got phantom on, you cook your ribbon mic, because it's a surge of power all of a sudden. Maybe if it's on and it's connected, it can handle it. I don't know. You'll hear different things, but overall, I don't ever use engage phantom power because you don't need to. You know, the mic works without it, especially with some juice attached. Because you could go directly to the Zoom, but I find the Zoom's preamps to be a tiny bit weak for stuff like this, so I usually run it through a pre first. Acoustic guitar is, you know, kind of a delicate thing, you know, you don't slam the mic in the same way as you do like drums or electric guitar. Okay, so next thing I always like to do, so here's how I'm going to set this up. I went to track 1 and I made it a new take, and that's quite simple to do. All you have to do is hit your track button. It'll say take. Mine says new take. If yours does not say new take and you want a new take, you hit the enter button, and then it'll give you all the tracks that you have in there. Mono 001, mono 000, however many you've recorded. Say there's 6 of them. It goes up to mono 005, because mono 000, it counts as 1. Alright, so let's say you've got 5 tracks and you want to stay in track 1 and record there, instead of having to do anything besides, well, you could always swap. You could swap for open new take, or you just go in here and make this new take and move your 5 over here. I think it's actually easier to swap because then you always get the new take from whichever one's open. But whatever you do, I've got it in new take. I'm going to hit exit out of there. Then I'm going to go to pan EQ and make sure my fader on that track 1 strip is at 100, and it indeed is. And then here on the gain, I've got it at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock-ish. I don't like too much gain on the Zoom because it's not as clean as the Rain. The Rain is super clean, super neutral pre. Love it. Alright, so, okay. And now I'm going to exit out of there. I'm going to check effects. I want no effect. I'm not going to try to put anything on this. You might could compress it or do something like that. But as far as like putting one of those weird, you know, effects that they offer, no way. I want the pure tone of the acoustic guitar coming through, so no effects. But I could picture like putting on one of the mic effects if you wanted some compression and maybe some more presence. But I prefer to just get it from the room and get it from the playing. And then later, if you wanted to add something, you could. But I like to usually recapture things pretty much as they are, especially when they sound good. And a note on this guitar, this is a 1994 5-ish. My wife bought this guitar. Somebody gave this to my wife, and then she did not play it, plus she's a lefty. So she gave it to me promptly, and it became my guitar. And it's a Martin copy. You know, it's like, this is the Sigma by Martin line. I think Sigma was bought by someone else, maybe, like, I don't know who cares, but it was once a Martin owned company, and in the mid 90s they put out the usual like dreadnought lines. This is a cutaway, and I think it's cool. It's a black cutaway. I usually like just, you know, the regular acoustic guitar, and I played our guitar player, Mark Skinner's guitar, a J50, which is the same as the J45. It just has a natural finish, and dates back to 1959, I believe. And man, that was a fantastic guitar. So I want one of those, and they're much more attainable than like a D28 is. The Martins are like in the 25,000 range and up, and these guitars clock in as low as $4,000. The J45-50 line, and man, it sounded sweet. You could really sound that old. You could hear the sound of that old mahogany, and you can hear it on this. The mahogany, there's like a sweet kind of breakup to it. But that one, it was like, as soon as you touched it, it was like humming with sound. It's hard to explain. I guess it's just old wood. Really nice guitar, so I'm going to get one of those one of these days. Right now, this is fine. I don't play acoustic guitar that much anymore. I used to write, actually, this song was written on a Carlos acoustic guitar. I had bought a Carlos. I don't know if they still exist, but I used to play an acoustic guitar, just a regular acoustic guitar with a harmonica thing, like trying to be like Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Really strange. This was in the beginning of the 90s, too. So I would have written this song on that Carlos on acoustic. So I like having an acoustic on this tune, but I'm just using it for embellishment. It's like, and I'm hoping to beef up that chorus moment that's the D to G. That's a bit of a mess there, shambolic, with everything coming down on those quarter notes. And I want to make sure that I kind of increase the catcher's mitt by adding this guitar in. Keith Richards says that acoustic guitar is like glue. If you're missing something, you need something to sort of bind things together. Acoustic guitar, and you can mix it really low, and I really find that to be true. On my Dynamite Death Chair's debut album, on those tracks, I put an acoustic guitar on a lot of the rhythm guitar. Just played the song underneath. It's like the real dumb kind of power chord stuff, like. Just to give it some woody kind of feel, and it really was cool. It's like if you mix it right in there, just gives it like it's almost like an extra percussion. I use it like as percussion because the sound of the it's kind of like a drum, it has like that woody tone. Okay, so let me check the tuning one more time. So I'm going to go to Tool. Don't be a tool. Always tune your guitar. Sounds terrible otherwise. All right, Chromatic Tuner. I just got the live coming through this mic. This isn't my favorite way to tune. I wish I had one of those headstock tuners for this guitar. You always want to tune up. So if you have to tune up and you've got if you have to tune flat to get the note right, you tune way flat and then come back up until you're in pitch, as opposed to going sharp and then tuning back until it goes from sharp to in pitch. Later, the string will kind of stretch a little and you'll go flat. So you always want to go flat past, go way flat, then come back up to pitch, as opposed to tuning back to pitch. Okay, but I think everyone knows that at this point, so it's probably redundant information. All right, I'm going to put these babies on, and hopefully I can do this in like a couple takes. I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. I'm kind of low energy, probably, as you can tell. So I'm trying to ease my way back in here because I had to rebuild this whole room tonight, and I was really dragging to get going. It's a mental thing. You got to get yourself back, in position, get the catcher's mitt, all the gear on, and just go do your thing. Otherwise, you'll make a million excuses and not do it anymore. Let too much time pass and you lose your energy. All right, here we go. I'm going to just hit record play. We'll see what happens. on the come downs, the quarter note come downs, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to basically like bling, boom, bling, boom, bling, like really ring it out on certain notes, like really get those each, like strike each note. I don't want it to try to beef up the other guitar. I want it to provide like a slight embellishment that will just be nice to the listener's ears, you know. I think it's gonna be good, and I'm not sweating it because this isn't any. It's not gonna hurt anything at this point. It's hopefully gonna help. Darn, I goofed that. That was stupid. 42 seconds of... it's just like the other guitar. You just, those come downs are critical. So that's the only thing that's going to make this take time. Okay, I tried a little busier pattern and I like the more restrained pattern better for sure. almost had it too. Sorry. Okay, so I've decided to I'm going to do 2 acoustic parts now, and I'm going to isolate those come downs, because otherwise I'm going to have to do the whole thing over and over again a bunch of times to get it right. So let me make a mark here. Okay, I'll make a mark at 54, and then we'll push past this point. Okay, that's the second spot at 210, so I'll go back to 205, put a mark. And I'm starting to think, I don't even know if I'm going to do these. May not need them, but it probably would help, because it might increase the field where the comes down and makes it sound more like everything happened at once. I don't know, maybe not. And it might make it sound bigger, you know, because it is the chorus. So we'll see. I'm going to push forward now. Okay, I'll undo that. I didn't mean to do that. Could be better on that come in. Okay, I'll put another mark here at 322, we'll say. And I'm going to push forward again past this chorus. This is the end. Goofed it again. Darn it, almost had it. Okay, pretty cool. Now, next step. So we talked about doing the swap thing. Let's do the swap thing. But let's listen to this track real quick just to make sure that we're okay. And that shouldn't take long to do. I should be able to just plug this in here. Gotta go mono left. And let's see what this track sounds like. I'm going to try to isolate it just so we can hear it on its own. Whoa, let me get the playback off. I mean the record off. This isn't plugged in, I bet. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's see here. Gonna unplug. What can I unplug over here? Gonna unplug this. Is this not working? There. Can hear power. Yeah. Okay. Get the idea of what I'm trying to do. It's just to add a little feels, a little texture. Well recorded signal, so that's good. You can see how it's in the mix. It's going to be cool. I'm happy about it. Okay, I'm going to unplug that so we don't hear any of that. Let's see. Let's try the first come down chorus. Oh, and the other thing is that I'll show you the fastest way to get a new Drake. So I just recorded that, right? I'm happy with the channel, everything's good. I'm happy with the take. Alright, so I'm going to go to swap. I'm going to select track 1 because that's where I want my track to be, right? And I believe track 6 is a new take. I hope so. So I'm going to hit yes. It'll say complete. Then I'm going to check it by hitting track, and it says, I just noticed the camera went into sleep mode on that take, but this is the 3rd one. I'm just going back to it. It's the 3rd one, and I think after this I'll be done. Whew. Decent amount of work for my first night back after a little time off. You know, and I think about those things a lot. Those are factors in how well you do and how well you feel, you know. Okay, let's hear that back. All 3 of those. Let's see if they're okay. Okay, so I'll plug this baby back into my left. These off. Start driving me crazy, those headphones. Whew. Okay, I'm going to take the mic off, so we're in play mode. And let's listen and see if it made a difference. Back to the first one. Yeah, it's on 50 seconds. Wait, sorry. There, 50 seconds. Not hurting anything. Here's number 2. So I don't think it might have not fixed, you know, the little off stuff, but the off stuff's starting to make me feel good because it sounds just like guys jamming. This is funky stuff to try to nail. If I was super good and if I was playing with my band, the band that I play with, they'd kill this no problem, but you know, just gives it a feel. So. Redo. Had some funky on it. Let's try that one again. It may be just goofed because of that drum, but it did sound a bit like extra shambolic. Maybe the acoustic guitar goofed. I'm going to just try it real quick. I think that one's better. Let's hear it back. That made me feel good. I don't know if it fixed my shambolic problem, but it was a better take, so that's always better, right? right there, but I think that's just the way it's gonna have to be. That was missed along the way. That'll be the reality point where all the song starts to stretch. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I think it's okay. I think it added something, and as long as I don't fixate on the little mistakes, I think they'll just sort of blend with the tune. And like I said, this isn't going to be my last recording ever. I just wanted to capture the song with my new arrangement, the new part I wrote, bring the whole thing together. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to have the lead guitar. I've actually got like a little David Gilmour-esque inspired solo. I brought my guitar to practice, but I think I've used up all my time. So I'm going to lay that down, and then it's the vocals. I got to finish writing the lyrics because I don't even remember the original lyrics. I remember some of them, but I've been adjusting them and changing them. And since I changed the melody, it actually gives me a new potential for new words that fit with the new melody pattern. So this song's almost done. And then I've got another one that, the one Hell Yes that I was excited about working on. I'm going to start on that one. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that one. So that's going to be exciting. But it doesn't feel hard. Whatever I'm going to do, it doesn't feel too difficult to pull off. So I'm excited about that. And then I've got another brand new one. So I just feel like I got it flow right now. I'm going to just keep churning them out and then decide the best 10 for this record that makes the most sense together. And then, just keep going. Finish this record and then start up another one, essentially. That's basically what I'm going to do. All right, next time.